Hey friends! I thought of making a chill packing orders type of video today and wanted to use this time to talk about how I package my orders and maybe talk about other news that's also come up for me recently. These were orders that I received back in February during the Biz Baz at Home convention, and I'm just so grateful to have received the amount of orders that I did that day. As a small business owner, it can be really hard to compete with other shops, especially when you have a store on Etsy and everyone is using the same social medias to grab people's attention and to try to get them to notice their stuff and buy their stuff. But that's why I am so thankful that these conventions exist, especially Biz Baz at home, because it's really convenient in that you don't have to go anywhere. You can just vend from the comfort of your own home, and you get to meet new people like as if you were actually in person at an event. If you're selling stuff like me and you're looking to get into vending at conventions and markets, then I totally recommend trying Biz Baz Club. I will give their link in the description below so you can check it out. But they have an online or at-home convention every month, so that's really fun and exciting. And you could vend every month if you wanted to. I will be vending again at Biz Baz at Home this coming March on the 24th. So hopefully, maybe I'll see some of you there. This was also the freebie sticker that I made. Maybe you guys saw my previous video, Work With Me, but that was one of the stickers that I made that day. And it went out to anyone that attended the Biz Baz at Home convention and purchased stuff from my store that was worth $10 or more. So this is my first package out of the 6 or 7 orders that I received that day from Biz Baz at Home. I usually will pack a business card and like a separate thank you note, as well as a small freebie sticker with every order. Although I don't always do that, I always appreciate when people order from me, and so it's just another way of me saying thank you for your support for my shop. If I do have freebie stickers, like little small ones to give away, then I will definitely give them away with each order. But yeah, definitely assess if that is something that you can do for your own shop, and don't feel pressured to be like everyone else and give a freebie if you feel like you can't feasibly financially do so. But yeah, that's just one aspect of packing orders. Packaging can be done in many different ways. It can be really simple to really intricate stuff if you wanted to, with all the icing or all the bells and whistles, so to speak, like plastic sleeves, paper packaging, tissue paper, ribbons, and confetti, and even adding doilies on top of everything. Right now, I usually just pack everything in a plastic sleeve, and I might put them in tissue paper if I have it on hand. I don't go out and buy tissue paper though, but if I do find them in gift bags that I'm given during the year, like during my birthday or holidays, like Christmas, I'll basically take them and reuse them for packing orders. So yeah, in general, you can pretty much like pack orders like very minimally. And I don't mean to say that you should just throw your orders into an envelope and send them out like that without proper protection. But at the end of the day, you have to remember the bottom line is how much you're investing in your packaging on top of everything else that you have to like spend or invest in. I think I want to say people generally don't care too much about packaging. They care about the products that they bought, but they don't have too much of an expectation for packaging unless they bought from you repeatedly and they already have an idea of what to expect from you. Because everyone packages their stuff differently, there really is no way for customers to kind of have a baseline understanding of how you package your own goods. I have an artist friend on Instagram who uses confetti to add to her packaging to every order that she has, but she's had people in the same token complain about the use of confetti and the sustainability and just waste. So I feel like, when you get to that level where you're big enough, you will have people on both sides of the coin, like either loving or hating what you do. So I don't know. I feel like that's ultimately up to you and how you envision your brand to be. And that should really be the deciding factor. And then people, your customers, come second place. And by second place, I don't mean that as a bad thing by any means, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? You have to consider your finances and your vision for your brand first. And then you have to listen to your customers and what the majority are saying. Obviously, you can't please everyone, but that's just my opinion. Again, take everything that I say with a grain of salt, but I feel like my packaging as well over the years have changed a little bit, and I just adapt according to how I see my finances. So if you're packaging paper goods, the cost of packaging would be less than, say, if you had to package bigger objects like mugs and needed to give extra cushion to make sure that nothing breaks. If you have thicker objects like washi tape, you could probably get away with just using bubble mailers. But if you have things like notebooks, sketchbooks, anything thicker than that, then you would need to invest in buying like corrugated cardboard boxes like this one. If you're interested in canvassing for supplies outside of Amazon, then I would suggest you check out sites like uline.com, Papermart, clearbags.com for different like boxes and plastic sleeves, or just do a simple Google search as well. I'm sure you would be able to find other websites that you can check prices on too, like just type in corrugated cardboard box of this dimension or plastic sleeves, X inches by X inches. If I think of the other websites that I've used before, I'll definitely add links to the description below. But usually I get my packaging supplies from Amazon, Walmart, or Papermart, or Clear Bags. Actually, the most recent place that I got my plastic sleeves are actually in AliExpress, where I was able to get like a pack of 1,000 for a certain size, and I think it cost like $9 or $10. So that was really a good deal, and I ended up getting free shipping because I also got plastic sleeves of a different size, and that was also 1,000 count. So definitely recommend that you look on there as well. For plastic sleeves, there's actually quite a few designs or variations out there. I usually lean towards the plain and clear ones, but there are other designs like the white polka dot design or pattern that I used previously in my last order. And then there are also ones that I've seen with cute little pink bows and colored backings if you want it to be even cuter. But I just kind of go for something more neutral. That's just my preference. And also, if you want to do a little more branding for your packaging, you can always do custom branded boxes or poly mailer bags. It depends on what you use to package, but obviously that's going to be a little more expensive because those need a high MOQ or minimum order quantity. So you can't just request for like 10 or 25 or maybe even 50. I don't think you can request for that little boxes. It's usually like 100, 200 boxes. But yeah, that is on the pricier side. You could also have packaging tape like what I have here. Although it is my old brand, I'm just using it anyway because I still have it and it would be a waste not to. After all, my LLC is still called Geraldine Draws. I just am going under my DBA or doing business as name, which is now Tiramisu. Packaging tape is a more affordable option than doing like branded boxes or poly mailers. This one I got from Sticker Mule, and I think they do occasionally run deals on, packaging tape where I think you could get it for less than 20 bucks, I believe. So definitely recommend that you keep an eye out on their website for different deals like that. Kind of on a side note, though, if you ever order from my shop and you happen to see these old business cards, I have been trying to, use them still because I did pay money for it and I'm just kind of branded differently now, but I'm crossing out the old socials and stuff there, but I think it's still cute as a backing card. So if you're like me and you changed and you like rebranded yourself, I feel like there's nothing wrong with using your old stuff anyway. It's not like somebody else took the name. It is still your brand, but it's just been refreshed. But yeah, so don't be alarmed if you see this. Okay, but before I get to like the quiet ASMR part of the order, I just wanted to share a couple other news on my end that happened lately. As some of you may know, if you've been following my videos and watching them, I have been making it a priority this year to apply to different markets and fairs and conventions. And there are these two big markets around my area. If you're in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York tri state area, there is this market called Asbury Park Bazaar and a market in Philly from Art Star Crafts, I think they're called on Instagram. I applied for both of those and they were supposed to happen on the same weekend in May. And I was hoping that I would get into at least one of them. But sadly, I was rejected by both. And I'm a little sad, yeah, for sure. But after doing a little more research as to like, I wanted to know why I wasn't like accepted, I have come to realize that my products are just probably a little too niche, and the kind of audience and the people that attend their markets more so on Asbury Park side, it's a different kind of clientele. So thinking about it now, I'm not exactly sure if the audience there would be too thrilled at looking at my products because my products are definitely very like children's illustration based, as well as like inspired by anime. Meanwhile, the kind of vendors that they accept over there are more like semi-realistic art, more mature art, nautical art stuff. It was a little discouraging, but I'm not gonna give up in applying to those markets again. As for Asbury Park, they do hold several events throughout the year, and instead of being discouraged, I'm trying to use this as an opportunity to look at my products and kind of evaluate what I'm doing, what type of products I'm going to be making in the future, how I could possibly create more so that I could be accepted as a vendor at these markets. So, trying to learn to look at rejection and take it not as a bad thing, but as an opportunity to learn a lesson here and I guess evaluate and come up with a plan to do better or, you know, offer more types of products out there. But nevertheless, I'm really thankful that I was able to get into a lot of other markets around the area. My May and June are pretty full as it is already with attending other markets. So if you're in the tri state area, then maybe come stop by and say hi. But yeah, I'll be focusing pretty much on making products and making sure that I'm well stocked for these upcoming markets in the next few months. But that's enough rambling for me. Enjoy the rest of this video as a silent ASMR packing video. And as always, thank you so much in advance for watching.